Live.
So that's running. Cool.
Connecting, restream.
And I've got it here. Cool. And then I'm just going to share it through my page. All right. If you're watching on multimodal, hey there. We should be starting this tour in a moment. This is I realize now I did not give this a title. So this is a little tour of our production environment for the Folk and Roots Festival. This is truly a peek behind the curtains as you are watching me do tech stuff when I should be doing it. A tour. I don't know how to share this through my see. I am now a manager of too many Facebook pages, which Charlie knows something about.
Oh yeah. This is in 3D, right? They can't see me.
No, unfortunately, it's not. Okay, there we go. I shared this.
360, 3D.
Well, you can do things in 3D as well. People can wear 3D glasses. You can be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. There we go. So I am now live on my page too, and in that case, I'm going to go ahead and move this. I'll just put this laptop down like this. You're monitoring stuff there. Okay. The one thing we don't have is the other tablet for the Midas, but that's fine. This is controlling the Midas. Okay, cool.
What did I do with it?
I think you took it
I'm
out
supposed to have it.
Yeah.
Where did I leave
it? On you?
I know, right?
Sometimes. Should I just? All right, cool. We good? Going?
Yeah, we're good.
Great. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Jake Metz. Some of you may know me. Ooh, I might grab a flashlight here because we're going to be looking at something that needs a little illumination in a moment.
Okay.
It's working.
Yep.
Well, I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Headlamp. This is usually on my head during these productions. Do a little underlighting. So, Jake Metz. Yeah, many of you know me here in town or out there in cyberspace. But I also have some of you may not know that I also have a freelance production company I call Multimodal Productions. Just something I operate as a sole proprietor. One of the things we do, or one of the things by we I mean me, one of the things I do is live production, and increasingly that's been live streams and live switched video. Switching live performance video is something I've done for a long time, or cutting it. I had a project long ago called Urbana Basement where I really cut my teeth with video editing for music. So it's fun to do that in a live context and be able to broadcast that out to all of you. We're also here with RBTV Media.
What's up?
This is the Rose Bowl's internal team of media extraordinaires bringing you content all the time. And this is, I think is this the first kind of official multimodal RBTV collaborative event?
I think so. Yeah.
We've done a lot of unofficial things and a lot of goofing around. Not to say that there wasn't any goofing around during this festival, but significantly less than usual. So this was a collaboration between us here from the Rose Bowl Tavern to bring the Folk and Roots Festival, the 2020 edition, to a live streamed audience. And on the whole, I think it went pretty well. So let's do a production tour. I can kind of just show right here behind me. This is the view that is showing me all of the cameras that are around the stage here and the production environment. And then over here is my main composition screen where I've got all the various video inputs, and this is actually much less. This was our final Saturday night layout, and so I got rid of most of the media from earlier in the festival so that it was less confusing. And I actually have another video that goes very into detail about how this was set up. It's a screen capture, so maybe we'll put that in a description or something. But this setup is where I am cutting all the video that's going out to the stream, and it's also where I'm mixing all of the audio that we're hearing through various headphones and speakers here in the production environment. Down here we have a computer that's doing most of the mixing, and over here we have all of the mixing is doing most of the everything, I should say. And then here we have an audio rack that is taking a wireless mic in that here it is, was often wearing on my head. This was so I could talk to the camera operators while we were in the midst of a live shoot. So I could give them directions like, Charlie, slow, push, slow, get there. Yeah, hold, Charlie's live. I'm remiss that I did not record that audio because it would have been quite silly to listen back to.
Yeah, so the camera crew had the live audio.
Here's Charlie Harris.
Camera crew had the live audio. We're standing by these cameras up here. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. And there's another one front of house left, and
we'll take a walk around in a moment.
Yeah. So we have these cans on our head. We have the live audio mix from the band, and then also superimposed into that mix is Jake, essentially like the Wizard of Oz. You know, me and Martin are sort of pawns in his game, where he's controlling the cameras, but we're using our hands.
Well, it's important to be able to give a quick camera direction and then have you do all of the necessary things to execute that. Be like, get me the guitar solo. There are a lot of additional steps to make that actually happen.
Yeah. So let me show people.
Charlie will pull something up here. I'll talk briefly. This is a Behringer X-Touch control surface. Now this is connected to the Rose Bowl's Midas audio mixing digital audio mixer. That's what we were mixing. It's actually down over there. I don't know if you can really see. We'll get a better view of it from the front. We'll get a view of it from the front. This is connected over an Ethernet network cable to that Midas. And it lets us control the audio to mix the audio from the stage. So just as we would mix for any show, we do that here. We also have a tablet that we are mixing with, but the ability to use the physical control surface thusly, and we can, if we move one of these on the tablet, it'll move here. They're both controlling the audio in the same way. But this makes it a lot easier to mix while I'm also cutting video. I can reach
we got
over,
a bunch more viewers. You want to tell people what we're doing? People just showed up.
They can probably go back to the beginning of the stream and start watching from there. But then they won't get the live comments. We're doing a tour of the behind the scenes here for our production environment. So, as I was saying, using physical faders makes it so much easier to mix by touch instead of trying to rely on a touch screen where if you look away it's hard to know that your fingers are still on the right faders, the correct faders. So what we were doing here is we were submixing the band through the Midas mixer and then sending that feed into our video mixing software to go out to the stream, essentially. So did you pull something up?
Oh yeah. Here, I'll show kind of what I was doing. It's pretty much like I was operating the social media. There's not much to it. So there is this Restream is this software we're using, and essentially what Restream does is we send our live video to this program, and that's what's going on right here. Is the same thing you're seeing. Maybe before you see it. Does that make? That's weird. Yeah. Anyways. Is there a feedback loop going on for them?
Yeah, there would be a very long feedback loop.
Anyways, so then we have all of our various social media places. Right now we're only sending to RBTV, and Facebook, and YouTube, and then Jake has something else going on because that's how we do things. But you can send to multiple Facebook pages, you can send to Twitter, so it's all coming from here. I have an aggregated chat. Here's Francis. Teddy Lurch, I've been looking a lot into how to do this. Cool. Anyway, so here's the chat, and then up here I have all the pages just so I can like look. I'm not really going to learn anything when I go to each individual page. Nothing's really different.
Well, except that we can ensure that the stream's still going to all the places we're sending.
Right, of course, of course. So, so I have all the Facebook pages open, the YouTube page, the Twitter, and then whatever. Pretty simple. It's like using the social media, but
to the max.
To the max, yeah. It's like a team of people using social media.
And this is one of the many hats Charlie wore during the festival. In addition to running a camera for many of our live shoots, and playing in several bands, and managing the stage, and getting all of the audio and mics changed over every time before handing it off to me to mix. So that's very nice. Super nice to just get a board ready to mix instead of having to set up all of the audio as well. So I don't know if there's anything else to say here. This is where we were composing all our shots, and we'll go to our host camera here, which we'll see in a second. We had this nice shot lined up.
That's me. Oh, I closed this.
I don't think it matters. Yeah, Charlie's there. We had this nice shot lined up so that you could see what was going on in the background on the stage if a band was loading or unloading while the host was talking. We were trying to give you the sense that you would normally have in between sets at a show where you see the next band coming up, and that wasn't always the case here since we had much pre-recorded content, but you get to see that kind of activity in a show environment that you would normally get at a live show. Okay, so I guess I could say I also had a little tablet with a Facebook message on it, which let me do several of the cuts that I wanted to do. I could here I could say, oh, we need to. Oh, no, not working now. Yeah, well, I changed things while I was giving that other talk, and I think I messed it up. But it allowed me to cue things, like I could cue in our partner organizations, right, and then go back to the host again. And that was very nice to have set up on a tablet so I could walk around and do it, or I wouldn't have to search through here for a quick shortcut. Oh yeah, the other thing I should say is Vmix, which is the software we're using here, gives me a lot of customization for shortcuts. So when we were cutting some of the live video, when I would be talking into the headset to the camera operators, and then I could switch between my different shots here on my preview monitor, and then quickly just fade it over, or we could cut over.
And Lone Star got all this ad for free.
This was my favorite transition, although we did use the cube a lot as well. I do like the cube. This one, okay, not my favorite. So,
anecdotal.
Yeah, that's right.
So, real quick, I just want to bring something up for people that maybe are unfamiliar with this. So, most people that are probably watching this have been to a concert, and you see someone standing at a board like this, right? Mm-hmm. And you understand, like, oh, I turn up this microphone, I turn up this microphone, I turn down the guitar, etc., etc. Then people maybe understand you can add effects, you can EQ things, etc. Essentially what Jake's doing with this video stuff is the visual version of that. Yeah. So we're live mixing. So when we zoom in, it's in some obscure way like you're turning a microphone up, but it's the visual side of it, and this is all happening in real time. So the sort of control panel, all of this is to make it so that Jake can be sure he knows what's gonna be coming, right? He's not randomly going to another camera.
Right.
He's setting it up and then getting at it.
And one thing I should also mention is that in addition to the two manually operated cameras, which we'll walk by just as we give the walk around here, there's also this PTZ Optics camera, which is robot controlled. So I've got a little controller here, and you should show this. So I got the controller here, and I can click, and if you can get this in the frame as well, we can see if I want to go to just this, we can. Gotcha. I can go to a different shot, and there we go. The camera's moving itself.
Cool. So you see this control panel. Now we'll watch the camera, the robot. Here's the robot. Go to the right. Face us up here.
You
see him moving?
Comes.
Uh-oh.
And you can get the shot there too. You can see it moving there. So this camera's it's got a light shining directly in the lens, so it looks bad. But but yeah, this camera was very nice to be able to just.
Sorry.
Very nice to just quickly reframe our shot when we had a two-person duo, say, versus a wide full band. It was very easy to use this robot camera to just get our static shot adjusted for that group. You can also set this to do close-ups in the live video cut, but I prefer to just keep this as a static shot, static wide, a safe shot, and then have the manual camera operators do our close shots. So why don't you follow me here, and let's push this back this way. A lot of cables. So we'll go around and then that way.
Cool.
So yeah, we can take just a wide of our production environment there. So that's where we spent most of our time back in there. I should also say the other computer also had just the audio recording, and we had it set up to do a backup stream just in case things fell apart. Luckily, we did not have to use that.
Yeah, here in Urbana, we got a lot of librarians, so, you know, appease them and do some archival work.
That's right, archiving work. So here we can go over and we can look. Here we have...
Uh-oh, floodlight.
Oh yeah, that's not great. And actually, I'm just going to cut that over to one of the close cams so we can see it, like the Lone Star cam, say. Here we go. Ready?
So this was a monitor, right? Oh, so now Jake is mixing from the seats, right? You changed what?
So this view was giving us our program output, so this is what was going out to the stream. So we could have someone sitting over here with headphones on, and they would be able to hear and see what we were sending out to the stream, and just kind of keep an eye on everything. And it, you know, sometimes someone would sit here for a while. Other times we'd have people sitting over on benches, because when we weren't live broadcasting here and playing pre-recorded content, we were also playing the sound back through the speakers, so we could all hear and enjoy some of these performances as well.
Novel. Novel.
Yeah, that's right. Enjoy the performance. So if you keep on that, we can also see that this is a live camera, so it gets real bouncy. But you can also do really nice slow zooms and things.
So here's Jake at the camera. You got your little monitor on it.
And there we go. So this is where Charlie and Martin would be. They would both have these pair of very strong noise-canceling headphones on. Not noise-canceling, just noise and heavy duty. There's a lot of insulation in there.
Yeah.
Noise-muffling headphones. And they would be hearing me whispering in their ear with some kind of weird... I don't know exactly what was said during
we could do a reenactment. Here you go. All right, so I have these headphones on. The band's in here, right? And I'm working this camera.
Charlie, get the guitar. Get there. Tighten that focus. All right, Charlie's live. Hold. Slow pull. Slower. Yes. Keep it up. All right, and Martin's live next. Martin's live.
Whoa!
So this was a lot of what was going on in Charlie's ears. So here, obviously, we have a stage. You all probably have seen the Rose Bowl stage more than once, I'd say. And then over here, we have the back end of the production environment, where all the cable mess is. Here we can see, this is an audio interface that's sending out our different headphones to different places, so people can monitor. And then over here,
the other camera.
other camera. And then over here, we have our host station. And yeah, this is where our host would sit. And you can see it on there. And
you want to do a little hosting?
Yeah, I'll sit there and do a little hosting. This was so someone could stand back here and cue the host. We also had an iPad on a stand to help with our copy. And basically, someone would be over here and be like, wow, that was really something. Yeah, so we had a great host throughout the weekend. It was really nice to have that process just ready to go. And I was usually shouting at people things like, 30 seconds till live! Everyone quiet! And then we'd cut over to the host here.
Then it would come here, right? And it would seem like it would be nice and mellow.
So nice and mellow. But there was screaming going on like 30 seconds prior to that. So yeah, that's it. I guess we'll just look and see if there were any questions here. If there are not, then we will sign off. Oh, is this the? Oh,
It's in the it's a software.
It just says, hooray, you're waiting for new messages. So no questions. I'm not checking my personal Facebook, so if you're watching from there, sorry. But yeah, it was a fun time. I think hopefully we did a good job of bringing an engaging program to you in these times where we would generally be all out celebrating live music together. And we hope that this was a chance to bring you something that you wouldn't always get at that sort of performance. This gave us a more intimate look into some of the places many of these musicians live, and it also allowed us to do some neat stuff with cameras and video and present you a live performance in a way that you normally would not see it. So thank you for tuning in, and we hoped to invite you back to whatever our next